Okay, I'm going to show you how in Unreal Engine to get dynamic hair using their new Groom system, essentially from a Blender character. So you click on your Blender character, you go to this wrench here, and then your hair particle system, you hit convert, so it converts it to a mesh. Then you go to your object, and then you convert your mesh to curves. That'll take some time. It'll take 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes. It really makes me think that freezed the first few times that I did it because it took so long. Anyway, so I pre-did that for this video so we can move along. Here's the curves. So you want to have the curve selected, and you want to go ahead and go to Export, Alembic. You want to select a location, and you want to go ahead and give it a name. We'll call this 2 hair. And then you want to go into the settings. You want it to be scaled up to 100. You want the end frame to be 1, selected objects, renderable objects, and the rest as I have it. So let's go ahead and export the limbic. That's pretty quick because it's just 1 frame worth of information. Okay, so in Unreal Engine we go to import, and then we go ahead and pick the hair that we just did. So 90 and -1, those are the things that seem to work for me. Import. You're going to drag this into your scene. As you can see, not dynamic yet. Let's go ahead and align it with our, well, not with our character's head yet. Let's go ahead and make it dynamic. So you go ahead and click on the instance of the hair here. You go ahead and add Niagara particle system. In the Niagara particle system, you want to add a component, I believe. Okay, Niagara system asset, and the asset's going to be the Groom system. So you set the Groom system. Now we have dynamic hair, but it's crazy. This is a side effect of using Blender's limbic system. It's not quite exactly the same as the other limbic systems from like Maya and stuff. So we can fix this. So to fix this, we go back into Blender, we select our character's mesh, we go to export, we go to Alembic, we go back to the exact file that we saved out, and we're going to override it. We just need to make sure that the settings are the same, so the end frame has to be 1 as well, and everything else should be good. Oops. Accidentally unchecked some stuff. I'm just going to cancel that, and let's do that again. Alembic. Settings. And settings are good there, and we'll just go and we're going to overwrite save the exact same file we made. So export, minimize this. Over here we're going to re-import it, right click, re-import, same settings as before. So this will just take a second, not very long usually. Okay, so it's re-imported but still crazy. How you fix that is you go ahead and you delete it from the scene over here. So click on it and hit the delete key, and it's not going away. Strange. Okay, so it went away. I got it with the delete key a few times. Now you bring it back in, and as you can see, because we brought it back in, the particle system's no longer there. Before we add the particle system back on, let's go ahead and align it with our character's head. And it's looking pretty good. Not quite perfect yet, but pretty good. And over here in this panel, you can get more fine-tuned controls. Okay, that looks close. No, it's not close. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So let's go ahead and put that right there. Let's see how that looks on both sides. So this step takes a minute just to get it lined well. You can realign it later if it's a little bit off. And he might be bolding on top, but the easy way to tell is we're going to go to the Groom component, and we're going to go down a bit to hair width under the grooming section, and let's go ahead and set that to, let's say, 0.1. And yeah, it's penetrating the head. So let's go ahead and fix this. So hair instance, and let's make it go a little bit more forward, maybe a little bit more up. You don't want it any higher than it actually has to be, because you want it to be connecting to the character's head a bit. Seems like to me that's a little bit too far over to one side, the hair. Yeah, okay. Shift and single left mouse makes you go slower when moving things. About there. Let's raise it a tiny bit so it's too much. So there's fine tuning to do. So we'll do 21, and we'll see how 21 looks. It's too high. So we'll do 20.5 maybe. That was 2.5, we'll do 20.5. Okay, so it's fairly decent. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for this example. So now we're going to add, with the hair selected, we're going to add the component, Niagara again. So Niagara particle system. So now the particle system is added to the hair, and we want to parent the hair to our character. This character is named, so you drag it to your character, and you want to parent it to the head. So it's connected to the head now, so it should be dynamic. So let's click on our character, and it should move where the character moves, and it's not. That is strange. So let's go back and see if I did something wrong. See what happens. If I bind it, it disappears. Niagara. Okay, so I missed a step. In Niagara system, under system assets, we have to tell it's the Groom asset system again. And now, when we click on the mesh, the hair moves with the mesh. So let's go a little closer. So that looks beautiful. And one thing they recommend, which I'm going to try doing here, which I normally skip because it gives me issues normally, but it might actually work this time, is you click on the hair, and they recommend binding it to the skeletal mesh. I don't normally do it because it makes the hair like disappear practically. But actually that might make it look better. I don't know what it's doing. It's making it really thin and transparent-ish. So because it's so thin, the question is, do I have to thicken it back up more? So maybe a width of 1. Oh, not 3. Definitely not 3. 1. And that did nothing. Okay, so I think the best solution, unless one of you know how to fix this, is with the hair, let's just leave the hair width at 0.01. Under the groom settings, so hair width, let's do 0.01, and we're gonna unbind it because it doesn't seem to be doing anything for us right now, where the binded mesh is doing something decent for us. It looks like the scalp is slightly protruding in one spot, so let's just see if we can shift that over a tiny bit. And it's too shifted. So it seems like I'm gonna have to type in the digits because it's not a whole number. So let's try 1.5 and see what that does. It's not 1.5, that's for sure. Let's try 1. Let's try 1.1. Let's try 0.9. 0.7 maybe? 0.7. Okay, I think that might have did it. 0.75. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll be down in a minute. Okay, so that pretty much did it. Okay, so to see this in action, we want to go ahead and go to our cinematics, add level sequencer. Let's go ahead and add a sequence. Let's click on our character mesh, add track, and we want to go ahead and click this add the character from the very top. Click tracks, animation, and then to tell what animations you have, I'm going to go into my character skeletal mesh, and I'm going to go over to animations, and usually it's the shortest name that has the good animation on it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and click once, left click once, and then right click, copy, so we're just copying the name. And then we're going back into sequencer, and we're going to the animation tab, and we're just going to paste this, and the very first one, for us anyway. I have a different tutorial that goes over how to bring in the character and animation as FBX. But now the hair is working, and it's working well. And this animation is supposed to go 2,000 frames about, so we can get a much better look at that. So, you know, it's not the best hairstyle in the world, but it works, and the dynamics work. That's the important part. Yeah. Okay. So that's essentially it for this tutorial. I'll show you how to add audio to this character probably in my next tutorial, and throw an environment around them. Okay, so that's it.